Hello, everyone. Today we have Dr. Gary Samuelson with us. Welcome, Dr. Gary Samuelson. How are you?
I am very well, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. I never have a chance to see a cell. Could you please show us what exactly is a cell?
Like, could I share with you part of the presentation? I have a presentation then. I have a video that might help you to see what's inside of the cell.
Yes, please.
Okay, let me share my screen with you then. This is a very short introduction to the cellular health coaching process. There's a picture of my wife. I wanted to show you that too. She is my companion and associate that's helping me to develop the cellular health coaching program. Starting to understand that it's more important for people to have a dream. Not only a dream about, what they want to do, but what they want to do with themselves, what they believe they can do. And this is even more powerful than developing technologies, because you can develop all sorts of technologies. And if the people don't know how to use those technologies, or if they don't understand them, and especially if they don't choose to obey certain laws of health, then they cannot become healthy. And so it's really kind of a choice, isn't it, Doris?
Yes.
More than almost anything else, you get the knowledge and then you have to choose. And so I thought that by developing a health coaching course, I could actually have more impact on the world than I could by developing powerful technologies, because helping people make that choice is very important. So like you said, there are certain things that we cover that all have to do with the cell. And the human body is made out of trillions, tens of trillions of cells. And those millions of cells that are all working together in order to be able to carry on the processes of life. And so in order to really understand how to preserve and to maintain your health, really all you need to know is how to preserve and maintain the health of your cells. So I wanted to show you a video of your hand. Your hand is made out of, dead skin and cells, keratin. And then it's made out of living tissue. And living cells then have these little molecules inside that are running around inside this salt water solution, carrying on all the processes of life. And I'd like to show you that actually as we go closer and closer into the back of a hand. So here you go, Doris. Here is a hand as we can see it, but as we start to get closer, look at this. Doesn't it start to look a little bit more interesting, a little different?
Yes, it's quite
almost like mountains and landscape. I love to climb mountains and I love to go hiking. If I were to shrink myself down to very small size and walk along a hand, there's a little bead of sweat, for example. I would see things that would be very interesting, almost like an alien landscape.
Yes, it's like a sci-fi
little things that are crawling around and such on that landscape.
That's a bacteria?
That's actually a little bug that crawls around and cleans up the dead material in the cells. Thank heavens we have a little bead of sweat, and then behind it we have a hair and a cut. So this keratin and collagen that makes up the outer part of our skin has been cut away here, and we can actually go inside and take a look at what the cells are like. And I'm going to speed this up just a little bit.
Okay.
As we go in, we can actually see that the cells grow in beautiful little layers, kind of like communities, and they're all stuck together. And believe it or not, all of these little micro machines are making the molecules and proteins that close your skin. So here's about as far as we can go with a conventional microscope. Now we'll have to look at an animation. Inside your cells, here are two cells stuck together. There are these little proteins and machinery that are moving around, assembling themselves and disassembling themselves. It's like a community of molecules, a community of machines. And they all know what to do. This is why cellular signaling is so fascinating, because they're talking to each other and they're coordinating and orchestrating all of their complex activities. Here's a little microfiber that is being built almost by itself. And then also these little microfibers can be taken apart. By that's reduction and oxidation. Here's reduction as a microtubule comes together, and then oxidation as it is goes apart. Now look at this little kinesin fellow. He's like the FedEx delivery person of the cell. He's taking all of these newly manufactured proteins and delivering them to wherever they should be inside this. Isn't that fascinating? Those little feet,
amazing.
Those little feet are moving 1 million steps per second. So this is a very, very slow representation. Here is David Kalinsky. He's the man who drew the animation. It's very, very close to what it would really look like if we could go down on the molecular level. Here's a mitochondria, and here is mRNA making a protein. So all of these beautiful processes inside your cells that are manufacturing molecules, biomolecules, and then delivering them like big delivery, FedEx delivery to the place that they need to be. And then these molecules move around. There's a little lipid raft there with some cholesterol in it that fixes these molecules, and then they receive a signal and they oxidize and open up. What do you think? What do you think of that?
It's like a world I never seen before. I don't know how to think about it. But okay, I thought about in Buddhism, we have a Chinese saying said, 1 cent is like 1,000 words in it.
Yeah.
听完 Dr. Gary 这么真情的分享，有没有很想来上这个课啊？这将是 Dr. Gary 创 CHC 2020这样子创立以来首场的中文版。我们所有用的素材，也就是影片内容，都会是 Dr. Gary 自己录制，由他亲口来说这每一堂课，但是会由我，也就是 Doris 来做每个礼拜2个小时的中文解说。所以这是目前我们唯一认为最快可以把 Dr. Gary 的这一套细胞健康的知识分享给全世界的办法。如果你觉得很不错，就赶快手刀报名吧。现在有看到 QR code， 就把它拿手机扫起来，你就会到我的报课简介里咯。期待和你们线上相见。7月19号，今年的7月19号，礼拜2跟礼拜5，我们会一共有6个礼拜的课程，欢迎大家来一起上课。